Welcome back to Everyday Hockey, presented by DraftKings, the leader in daily fantasy sports. Don't forget to use promo code THPN upon sign up for a bonus, and if you're a regular user, plug that promo code in for weekly deals. Today, we talk about the Nashville Predators trading Viktor Arvidsson to the LA Kings. Let's get to the nitty-gritty. LA acquires Viktor Arvidsson, former 30-goal scorer. Dylan, let's talk about the deal and then our opinions on the trade.
Yeah, this kind of came out of left field for me, at least. Viktor Arvidsson moving to the LA Kings in exchange for a second-round pick in 2021 and a third-round pick in 2022. So I think if you're looking value-wise, I don't think anyone really lost any value. I don't think anyone gained any value with this trade. I think it was a fair deal.
I think the fans of Nashville are happy because I think they're a little sick of Viktor Arvidsson.
I think they're a bit fed up with Viktor Arvidsson, and it's fair. He hasn't had, a very good year this last season or the year prior to that.
Yeah, it's pretty much since like 2017, 2018 where he started to have to play bigger minutes, harder matchups, didn't have the deep line mates around him, the deep roster around him that the Nashville Predators had when he entered the league. And furthermore, he's been a disappearing act in the playoffs ever since that one run against the Pittsburgh Penguins where they lost in the finals.
Yeah, we talked about it. I mean, former 30-goal scorer. How many former 30-goal scorers did the Nashville Predators have? Not very many. So then it's very easy for teams to target guys like Viktor Arvidsson. And being a smaller player that he is, it makes it even tougher, especially when you're going up against 6'5", 6'6" defensemen that are coming in on you. It's very tough to produce offense.
And it's not like he was a one-time 30-goal scorer. He did it 3 years in a row.
Yeah, so this guy, he's proven he can score. I mean, 1 year he had 34 goals, 61 points, I believe. So, the LA Kings, they're missing that offense too. They haven't had a 30-goal scorer on their roster since Anze Kopitar in the 2017-2018 regular season. So they're
Wow.
desperate for goals.
That's insane. And I guess it makes sense. The LA Kings haven't been a good team since around that time. I haven't really been following the LA Kings too much since their dominant run there, where they gave the Vancouver Canucks and just the Western Conference in general a headache. But that's crazy that you highlighted that, because they need some scoring, especially if they want to surround their young players that they're developing and bringing up to the roster with some guys who can play, some veterans, which Viktor Arvidsson is now at 28 years old.
Yeah, you need those transition pieces. I mean, there's plenty of organizations where you've seen it turn out poorly with first-round picks. Look at the Edmonton Oilers of the last 10, 15 years. It doesn't work out. You need those pieces on your roster to transition with your young guys.
And Nashville, they've done a great job of bringing up their players as well. They have a great development staff, and just the organization as a whole was kind of founded on, look, we didn't get a fair chance entering the league in expansion. We're going to have to homegrown players. We're going to have to create a system that really, really helps develop young guys and also play to defensive strengths. Barry Trotz was there for many, many years, and then the coaches that followed him did a pretty good job with the remainder of that core and culture to continue to implement that. These days, I think that window is closed and it's going to have to be shaken up. Now, I'm not suggesting Nashville goes into a full rebuild. They have pieces they can move around. They have pieces there who, let's be honest, the Johanssons, the Duchesnes, the Granlunds, who are just not playing to their to the regular potential, to how they used to play on other teams.
Yeah, and for the Nashville Predators too, looking at the expansion draft, I mean, Viktor Arvidsson, they would have had to protect Viktor Arvidsson, so it's one less guy they have to protect, and they get, some assets back, some draft picks. And like you said, if they're looking at a retool or a rebuild, you need these second and third round picks.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, they walked away from Kevin Fiala a few years ago, and he found his untapped potential, where we saw signs of it in Nashville with the Minnesota Wild, and now arguably, I think, one of the best scorers and all-around players in the National Hockey League. A little biased, shout out to Soda Pod. But maybe there's some untapped potential in this 28-year-old as well that could be brought out again from a different team, a change of scenery, a team where, again, Viktor Arvidsson came in with so much success with all the tools around him that helped him succeed. It's different now. Maybe a fresh start in Los Angeles with some really talented young players and some awesome vets in the Anze Kopitars and whatnot. Maybe he finds more success there than he has in the last few years with the Nashville Predators. He has to stay healthy though, Dylan.
I think it's a perfect fit. He's not in the spotlight, not that he necessarily was in Nashville, but you mentioned, I mean, he's a fast skater. That's what his game's about. All these young players in LA, he's going to be able to keep up with them, and they might even elevate his game.
Well, Dylan, I did not expect to talk about the LA Kings and the Nashville Predators today. I'll tell you that
I'm going
much.
to call a lie. I'm going to call a lie that you're wearing an LA Kings shirt. You came into the office wearing that shirt this morning, and we only heard about the news a couple hours ago.
That's it for today. Tell us what cold medicine got us through this episode. Smash that like button, comment on the video below, and we'll see you in the next video.